Masail time. Let me discuss with yourselves a few important masails of fasting. I would like you to know those who are terminally ill, who are ill forever, who are not going to ever recover. And they're carrying such an illness which does not allow them and permit them to fast. Only such people are allowed to compensate for not fasting by paying monetary compensation. जो हमेशा के लिए बीमार हो गए हैं, अब अच्छे होने की कोई उम्मीद न रही है और बीमारी भी ऐसी है कि इसके साथ रोज़ा नहीं रख सकता और नहीं रख सकेगा कभी आइंदा, तो ऐसे आदमियों के लिए जायज़ है कि वो फिदया देकर फिदया दे दें, हर रोज़े का फिदया दे दें. Those who are temporarily ill, they do not qualify for this monetary compensation. When we say monetary compensation, how much is it? Only as much as the value of one sadaqatul fitr. And the value of one sadaqatul fitr is whatever it takes to buy 1.75 kilograms of wheat, or whatever it takes to buy 3 kilograms of dates. This is why some people, some masjids, they will keep the criteria as 1.75 kilograms of wheat, and they will find out how much it costs at Tesco and other places, and they will decide maybe 4 pounds, 5 pounds. Some you will see some masajids have set a high criteria, 10 pounds, because this is how much it takes to buy 3 kilograms of dates, for example. So either you go for the higher value or you go for the lower value, both is acceptable. So the compensation for not being able to fast for one day is equivalent to the amount of sadaqatul fitr. So if you are not fasting for all 30 days, then 30 times 4, which is 120 pounds for the whole month. Those who are only temporarily ill, if they are not fit to fast now, they are exempt from fasting right now, but they will have to compensate afterwards whenever they are fit by physically fasting. Monetary compensation is not enough that after Ramadan I'll just pay fidya. This monetary compensation is called fidya, which means compensation. So who are temporarily ill, they must wait until they get better. Whenever they get better, they should physically fast after Ramadan, whenever they are fit. It doesn't have to be necessarily immediately after Ramadan, but the sooner the better, as life is unpredictable. Question is, sometimes you are ill and you don't know whether you have been exempted from fasting. Is your illness to the level that qualifies you to be exempted from fasting? How bad ill should you be before you are exempted from fasting? Quran says, فَمَنْ كَانَ مِنْكُمْ مَرِيضًا فَمَنْ كَانَ مِنْكُمْ مَرِيضًا जो तुम में से मरीज है, whoever amongst you is ill, أو على سفر, or he is on a travel, on a journey, فَعِدَّةٌ مِّنْ أَيَّامٍ أُخَرٍ, then it doesn't matter, he can count a similar number of days afterwards. Question is, to what extent should you be marid and ill before you are exempted? If with your own experience you know that by fasting I am going to become worse. If I don't take medications, if I will not be able to take medications throughout the day, throughout the fasting time, I will become worse than what I am now. If that is the sort of illness you are carrying, then yes, you are exempted from fasting now. अगर आपको ये अंदेशा है कि रोज़ा रखने की वजह से मेरी बीमारी बढ़ जाएगी, तो जी हाँ, शरीयत ने तुम्हें इजाज़त दी है कि इस वक्त रोज़े न रखे जाएं, बाद में रख लो. You don't have to become hospitalized to become exempted from fasting. So even if you worry that yes, I have to take my medications, otherwise I'll get worse, then yes, you are exempted. But you will have to make up after Ramadan, and it's not going to be easy when nobody is fasting at that time and you are alone in fasting. It will be climbing Mount Everest. So better if you can manage, then you do fast whenever you manage. At the same time, Quran has exempted those people as well who are undertaking a journey. Not that you're going to Rotherham and you say, yes, I'm traveling and I'm not fasting. Long distance. And during those days, they had to travel in the scorching heat. And for miles, they would sometimes not even get water. It would take them so long. They would be mounted on animals and so on. Hence, for those people who are traveling, yes, they are also exempt, even now, even these days. Again, if you are fasting and you fall ill, you are fasting, you've started your fast, and suddenly throughout the day you have fallen ill. Of course, by all means, it will be excellent if you continue your fast and you complete the fast. Although Sharia does not necessarily impose on you that you continue your fast until the end. If you feel that if I will not take my medications, I will get worse than I am now, then yes, you are allowed to break your fast, take your medications, and not fast for that day. So whenever you feel that you cannot continue with your fasting with this illness, the illness will get worse, then Sharia gives you the ijazat and the rukhsat to break your fast. Do know that in Ramadan, whenever you have a valid reason of breaking the fast or not fasting, you don't have to fast for 60 days after Ramadan. No. You only fast on the basis of a day for a day. So you broke 3 fasts because you fell ill, then yes, 3 fasts have to be kept after Ramadan. So on the basis of day for a day. However, something that some young people need to take serious. If in the month of Ramadan, after you have started your fast, you have made the intention, you started the day with the fast, and then throughout the day out of a joke or without any valid reason, you ate something, or you entertain yourself in your sensual pleasure, then yes, because you have violated the dignity and the sanctity of the holy month of Ramadan, that without a reason, after starting the fast, you broke the Ramadan fast, you have to compensate for this for 60 days of fasting after Ramadan. This is called kaffara. 60 days of fasting after Ramadan for violating the sanctity of Ramadan. You fasted, you started the day out of mockery, fun, invalid reason. Oh, I want to eat, and you eat. Or other ways you break your fast without a valid reason, then yes, you will have to fast for 60 days after Ramadan. Yes, if you did not fast from the beginning, you did not make any intention, you were not fasting because you were ill, or for no reason you were not fasting, then it doesn't matter. You only keep qaza after Ramadan for a day, for the missed fast. Sometimes it might be possible, and some people get confused, if you are fasting and you throw up, roza rakha aur tumhe ulti aa gayi, what happens with the fast? The fast is still valid. He alayhi salatu wassalam has said, Man dhara'ahu al-qay'u falaysa alayhi al-qada. Whoever unintentionally he vomited, falaysa alayhi qada, uske upar qaza nahi hai. Your fast is not broken if unintentionally you just threw up. उल्टी हो गई बिला इंटेंशन और कस्द के तुमसे उल्टी हो गई, इससे रोजा नहीं टूटता. Continue for God's sake with your fasting. Don't be under the assumption that your fast is broken and you start eating now. Your fast is not broken with unintentional vomiting. Hadith continues, وَمَنْ اسْتَقَاءَ عَمَدًا فَلْيَقْضِي. Whoever is going to deliberately, he's going to vomit. He's going to induce vomiting. Either by poking his fingers in his throat for some reason, he wants to take things out that he's not supposed to eat, and he's deliberately, intentionally wanting to vomit, then he alayhi salatu wasalam has passed the verdict, فَعَلَيْهِ الْقَضَاء. Then yes, there is qada on him. In other words, the fast is broken and he will have to keep a qada for this day. के जानबूझ के की तो रोजा टूट जाएगा, इसकी कज़ा करनी पड़ेगी. Also do know that if water enters into your ears, or for example if you instill any medications into your ears, because there is no direct path and passage from the ear to the stomach, therefore the fast will not break. Agar if there was going to be a direct passage and a pathway from anywhere you have instilled the medications right to your stomach directly, then fast would have broken. But because from your eardrum right up to your abdomen there is no direct passage, hence a fast will not be broken by inserting water, oil or any sort of medications into your ears. About the eyes, it's debatable. If you instill water drops into your eyes, eye drops into your eyes, then yes, they are contemporary scholars say that yes, there is a direct orifice from your eyes up to the abdomen, hence your fast is broken. Whereas the classical scholars were of the opinion that your fast does not break. However, to be on the safe side, it's better during the fast time that we do not use any form of eye drops, to be on the safe side. These are some of the masails. The other thing, I don't want to take too much of your time. I've been noticing for the last 3 days, I've been taking a lot of your time. So I want to reduce the time that I'm speaking to you. At the beginning, there are very less people in the masjid, and slowly as soon as some salat time starts and by the end of salat, then masjid is full. No, this is not a good way of starting our Isha salat. Let us, in the month of Ramadan, let us all be very passionate to be in our salat from the very beginning, and we have been encouraged to do that, to have takbiratul ula. In other words, when the first takbir is said, you are present. We have been encouraged to get salat from that very beginning. But we see that many times and all throughout the month, we'll see that very less people at the beginning, and then many of you are only coming very late. And I am thinking and I'm comparing that in a football stadium where there are 50,000 fans and not a single fan or man is late in the stadium. And they are there from an hour before. They are traveling from far distances. And then again they are not late and they are into the stadium well before the hour, well before the time. Look at the loyalty. And for those 2 hours they will be screaming and shouting non-stop, supporting the team. Look at the loyalty. Look at the passion. Even though their team may be even thrashed by 6-0, even then they are just as fanatic. Even then no man comes home and he uses the Sheffield United bath towel. Can you imagine the loyalty? The passion that people have. And they go week after week. They go week after week. And that doesn't put them off. And look at the loyalty, despite the fact that they will lose, they continue screaming and shouting. And here I have got messages already that there are people at the back Taraweehs are running and they are on their mobiles and they will not join in Taraweeh until the Imam will go into Ruku. What sort of fans are we of our Nabi alayhi salam? Fans of Allah, fans of our Ramadan, Iman and Islam? Compare. Let us compare. Look at the passion there and look at the deflation here. Something for us all to consider. So please kindly request to all brothers, let us be here from when the Jamaat of Isha starts.